Good morning everyone, welcome to Leaselowdown and welcome to our first vlog of 2017 now. We are splat bang in the middle of winter here in the UK, so we thought we'd try and help you out with a video about defrosting your car. Everyone's been delayed by unexpected ice in the morning at some point or another, so hopefully this video will ensure that you never have to miss another meeting or drop the kids off late at school ever again. This week's Leaselowdown article will also cover de-icing in much more detail, so visit the website leaselowdown.co.uk for more hints and tips to keep your cars ice-free this winter. But without further ado, let's get to it. Today's video will be split into two parts. Part 1 will be preventative measures, or in other words, things that you can do the night before to minimise ice and delays in the morning. And Part 2 will be a test to establish which is best at removing ice, de-icer or warm water. To the left of the windscreen we have an old towel. It's not the most conventional way to prevent ice, but we thought we'd give it a try. All you have to do is put some water into a bucket, add a bit of salt, and then mix in an old towel. Once that's done, head outside and lay it on your windscreen before bed. Alternatively, you could pick up a magnetic frost cover online, which is inexpensive and works in the same way. Next we have a piece of cardboard. Simply cut it to the required shape and size and lay it flat on the windscreen. This is a more common method than the towel, but it does take a bit more time and effort. And finally we sprayed nights before de-icer on the right side of the windscreen. This is the quickest of the three methods and again it's inexpensive. And now let's take a look at the results. So there you have it, 3 ice preventative methods that you can do from home. Now I'm going to quickly rate these out of 5-star in terms of which was the most efficient in keeping the ice at bay. The worst one was without a doubt the night before de-icer. It was absolute peanuts, it didn't really do anything. If anything, it made it ever so slightly easier to peel off or scrape off the frost in the morning, but our advice would be just to stay away. It's not worth it, it doesn't have that much of an impact, so it gets 1 star I'm afraid. Second out of the 2 was the towel. It only takes about 2 minutes, just dip the towel in water and salt as you saw before, and it does do a good job. It gets a 4 out of 5 star, but compared to the cardboard you'll see that there is a small layer of frost, so ultimately the winner is the cardboard with 5 out of 5 stars. It is a bit of hassle cutting the cardboard into whatever shape your windscreen is, but if you have nothing else, just stick a bit of cardboard on the windscreen. Absolutely clear, it's as if there was no frost overnight anyway. So, now on to part 2, a test between water and de-icer to see which is more effective at getting rid of ice. Now, just in case there are any scientists or health and safety experts out there, I will just stress that the water is only slightly above room temperature. It's by no means hot and the glass will not shatter. For those of you who are interested or wondering why I've mentioned that, essentially a dramatic change in temperature can damage the glass. But if you want more facts on that, details, visit leaselowdown.co.uk and see the article on de-icing, which, as I said earlier, goes into much more detail. So, to start off, what I will do for this test is turn on the car and turn on the air conditioning. Getting the air flowing through the car and heating up the windows from inside is always a good place to start, and it can make the de-icing process much quicker. So yeah, let's give it a go. So I was initially intending to use the windscreen of this car for the purposes of this test, but as you can see it's not actually as frosted as the rear, so instead we're going to use this. So let's see what happens. So to confirm, this test is between a de-icer. This is a Halford's de-icer that I've recently picked up. You can see it's concentrated. I'm not sure whether that will make any difference whatsoever, but that's number 1. And number 2 is a jug of warm water. So let's see which performs best. The de-icer will be on the left of the windscreen and the jug of water will be to the right. So as you saw, both the water and the de-icer did perform quite well. The water seemed to get rid of the ice straight away, instantly, whereas the de-icer took a minute to do so. But the thing is, going into your house and getting water and then having to put the jug back afterwards takes as much time as the de-icer took just to get rid of the ice anyway. So in terms of time, they actually balance out quite well, and they're even. So then it comes down to convenience, and without a doubt the de-icer is more convenient. You can just leave it in the car. Running into the house to get a jug is a bit of hassle. So all in all, time, convenience, the de-icer takes it. I'll mention that you will have seen I used an ice scraper to get rid of any ice that remained. Now I know some of you won't have one of these, so if that's the case, you can use just an old bank card, but I mean it's not the most advisable thing to do to scrape away ice, because the numbers and any chips and things like that may leave a scratch or two, so probably not for the best either. If you don't have either of them, I'm sure you'll all have automatic wipers. They are, the next best option. So they're the three things you can use to scrape away the ice as well. So there you have it, a run through of the ice preventative measures that you can use from home, and a winner in the contest of water versus de-icer. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and as always, feel free to visit leaselowdown.co.uk for more automotive content. Cheers guys!